Alrighty. Are we started? Are we live? I think we're live. I don't even know where to see if I have users or not. I'm not sure. Do we have users? Let's see. Who's this? Yeah, we have no idea. Okay, so this is the stream chat. We want to also have the users in chat. First, we're setting up the thingy. So, yeah, okay. OBS could be really a wish. All right. Welcome to the chat room. Now we want to come here and go to Twitch. There we are. And we're gonna find our... The Pats aren't the first pick because they suck, but they don't suck that badly. Also, can you tell me if I'm buffering really badly? And also, I need to know if I'm buffering really badly. And also, just let me know if I'm buffering really badly because it seems like I am. Trying to get the link so I could send it out. Also, yeah. Also, let me know if you can hear my computer clacking. Until then, we might go with a little duet. I think for some reason my go-to every time like I need to sing randomly, it's to sing "Hello" from the other side. The GOAT, Adele.
Oh my god, I love that game, Colt. I love it. All right, here we go.
Where is my email? Lovely. Six 684-532. 684-532. Submit. Adele.
Oh my god, I love that game, Colt. I love it. All right, here we go.
Where's the link? Where is my email? Lovely. Six 684-532. 684-532. Submit. Adele. Share.
Oh my god, I love that game, Colt. I love it. All right, here we go.
Where's the link? Where is my email? Lovely. Six 684-532. 684-532. Alright, we might have like an overload of people joining. Adele. I have literally no idea how to gauge who's on, who's not.
All right, here we go.
We have no idea what we're doing right now. We are just going for it. Where's the link? All right. But now we want to come here and get the link. Email. Lovely. Lovely. Hey, Mr. Massa is him. Are you, you want to be the mod? We could be a mod. You could be the mod if you want. Boy. Got my thing. Whew. All right. So, we are ready to go. We have the Beast ready, which is basically our, anytime we need to look at a certain player, we want to look at him, see how the experts evaluate him. We could take a look at that. We have Over the Cap, where we could go and take a look at cap space, the situation for some teams. And then, now we can start. Go to the PFF over here. We're going to be in control of all the teams. First round only. Enter the draft. It's like with the first pick, the 2023 NFL Draft. The Carolina Panthers select. So with the Panthers, they really only have two options over here. They can either go Bryce Young or they can go CJ Stroud. There was some rumblings on Reddit a little bit that Will Levis is going, but it's a scam. It's not real. Don't believe it. Don't put your money on it. It's Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. That's the reality. And I personally like CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is a more complete player. His accuracy is off the charts. He's not 5'8" or 5'9". He's not small, so he doesn't have that factor going against him. Bryce Young, on the other hand, is just a superhuman quarterback. Like he makes throws that are unbelievable in the college game, and his comp is obviously Kyler Murray. Now Kyler Murray was great until he got hurt, and that's the issue with Bryce Young over here because he's 100. He's 180 pounds. If I'm the GM of the Panthers, I'm going to be sitting there and thinking, do I want to put the weight of my franchise on top of someone who's 180 pounds? I'm going to say yes. Give me Bryce Young. Houston Texans. They have an obvious need at quarterback. They just got a new coach in DeMeco Ryans. Defensive-oriented guy. Former Texan. He's basically a Texan through and through. And the question is, do they go quarterback? I think the obvious answer is yes. If they love the guy. If they're sitting there and seeing the Panthers take Bryce Young, who they love, go. Do they love CJ Stroud enough to go with him for the next pick? I don't know. Okay, so we're having some technical difficulties with the sound. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Write in the chat hi if you can hear me. Also, if you can hear me, can you please tell me if I'm glitchy or not? I don't know if I'm glitchy or not. I feel like I'm glitching. It's really bad, actually. I don't like it at all. I'm so confused. Okay, sweet. Lovely. Awesome. Okay, so we're ready to start. Audio is good. Sound is good. Visuals are good. We're going to start the draft over here. Oh, boy. We're going to go back to the first overall pick. We already did it before, but we were having technical difficulties. So we're going to start again with the Carolina Panthers. Now, the Panthers are looking at two options here. They're looking at a Mr. Bryce Young or a CJ Stroud. There were reports that, maybe Will Levis is going to get picked. He was telling people, not real, fake news. They're going with Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. Now, CJ Stroud's a more complete quarterback. That's just, you could say that Bryce Young is the better quarterback, but he has one glaring issue, is that he's small. He's like 5'8", 5'9", 180 pounds. There's never been a quarterback with that physical stature that has been successful in the NFL. Kyler Murray is the closest comparison you can find to a Bryce Young, and he's injured. He's not doing too hot. He's explosive. He's fun to watch, but he's not bringing the Cardinals to the Super Bowl. And so the Panthers are basically sitting there and trying to figure out who they want. If I'm them, I'm not going Bryce Young, but this isn't about me. This is about them. I think they're going Bryce Young. And then the Texans are on the clock, and they obviously need to go quarterback. They have a severe lack of quarterbacks here. But there are reports that if they might not love Stroud. They might love Bryce Young. And if they're sitting there and seeing the Panthers go and take Bryce Young, they might not want to pull the trigger at number 2 and take CJ Stroud, a guy who they're not in love with. At number 2, you really got to go with a guy you're absolutely in love with. If you're not in love with him, at number 2, trade down, or they could sit there and take the best player available. Now, I think that next best player is Will Anderson, but I think they're going to go. I think it's all a smoke screen. I think they're going quarterback. I think they go CJ Stroud here, set them up, get another player at number 12, defense, shore up that side, but the clock starts to tick for Nick Caserio. Now, if I had full access to PFF, but because I'm a poor peasant, I don't. But if I was, I would make a trade right now with the Raiders for them to come down and draft Will Levis. Now, I'm a peasant, can't do that, so we have to pick like the Cardinals are staking here and picking. The Cardinals don't have any picks in this draft. They have like 4 picks in this draft. It's horrendous. outlook for them. They're the most talented, depleted team in the league. They have a quarterback who just tore his ACL. But the thing is that they just paid him a crap ton of money. So they're not drafting a quarterback. I think they're honestly one of the teams that will be in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes next year. But for now, I think they got to go defense. And I think that's best player available, which is Will Anderson. They go Will Anderson here. Get a cornerstone defensive piece. But in an idealistic world, they're going to trade down with someone like the Raiders. Now the Colts have reported to being to like Will Levis. C.J. Stroud's gone. Bryce Young's gone. Now the two quarterbacks remaining that could go here are an Anthony Richardson or Will Levis. Anthony Richardson's really a project as of now, and you need to have a really, really good infrastructure of a coach, of a quarterback for him to sit behind, and I'm not sure. I think that the Colts are probably one of the teams in the best position to draft a quarterback like Richardson if they like him. Now that's a big question. Do they like him? Got to change this audio. I feel like it's too loud. Also, guys, whoever's watching, it's glitchy. If it's too loud, you can't hear me. You have questions. You have an opinion. Shoot your shot. Let me hear it. It's not a one-man show over here. I'm personally a bigger fan of Anthony Richardson and his ceiling in comparison to a Will Levis. Anthony Richardson kind of could fit into Shane Steichen's offense here. You know, he could take a lot of what he ran with Jalen Hurts in Philly and input it into an upcoming offense in the next couple of years with Anthony Richardson. And it also buys Chris Ballard some time. Chris Ballard's frankly on the hot seat, and him drafting a quarterback will, give him a couple of years of breathing room. There was a report today that Steve Keim was on the Dan Patrick show, and he was asked if he regretted drafting Kyler Murray number 1 overall. And he said no. Why? Because it saved him from getting fired. And that's just the reality of the business. There's coaches who have a personal outlook on these things that aren't team only. They see things as what's going to get me fired versus what's going to give me a couple of years of leeway. That's just the nature of the business. I think they go Anthony Richardson here. I think Zalman, get on the chat and text me on the chat right here. There's a chat here for you. I think Ballard needs to, he needs to get himself a couple years because he is on the hot seat. If he gets Richardson, they can't fire him on the basis of him drafting Richardson because they don't see Richardson yet. It's going to take Richardson at least a year to get NFL ready. He had 13 collegiate starts. That's like zero material to go bases off of. His athleticism, his tool bag is insane Cam Newton level stuff. But the production isn't there because he had 13 college starts. He is a project which could buy a GM time, and Shane Steichen is a coach who could probably be in the best position to take advantage of the talent. Seahawks. Now, if you're a Seahawks or Lions fan, you are counting your blessings and just ecstatic with the state of your team. You have a quarterback who is having a rejuvenation of a career in Geno Smith. You just paid him a couple of money. You can get out of the contract in a couple of years. So you're not tied down to him. You could theoretically draft a quarterback here. I don't see it. I don't see them going quarterback here. They have a solid team. They have a couple of holes within their within their team that they could shore up via the line, the D line, maybe get a receiver. But sitting here with the Seahawks, I see them going defense, getting the best player available on the line, and I think they're a team that really needs to have a player who can exemplify what their culture is. And, there's character concerns with Jalen Carter. They had him in for a couple of visits. I would probably stick between him and Tyree Wilson over here, who for some reason is really far down this board. I don't know what PFF is doing. What is he, ranked 28? Ridiculous. Tyree Wilson's a really just explosive edge rusher off the edge. But I think they go Jalen Carter here. I think they shore up the middle. When you build a football team, especially someone like Pete Carroll, you're going to build inside out, and that starts with Jalen Carter. Having it in just look at his production is just nuts. D tackles. Close that off here. Jalen Carter. Just absolute monster. 33.5 arms. Sack. Tackle for loss. And the eye candy, the eye test, is just really great stuff. Now the Lions, again, are a team that have to be counting their blessings because they are in an exceptional position. Whereas they have a quarterback, they have Jared Goff. He's no Peyton Manning, he's no Patrick Mahomes, but he's serviceable. He does the job well. He brought the Rams to the Super Bowl. And it's just I don't know why there's such a bad rap on Jared Goff. I mean, I understand why there's such a bad rap on Jared Goff, but there's also the upside of if he's in an offense, his responsibilities are clear to him. He has good, talented players around him. He is able to succeed. Lions had a top 3 offense last year. No reason why they can't repeat it. Ben Johnson's coming back. Almost everyone's coming back besides Jamal Williams, who happens to be RB1. Their real serious issues were in their secondary, in their defense. They drafted Okuda a couple of years ago. He didn't pan out. They flipped him for a 5th round pick with the Falcons. They're going cornerback here. They could be going D-line, going opposite Aiden Hutchinson. I think they're going cornerback here. They're when you go to their team roster, where do we go to the roster? Let's see, depth chart of Lions. They signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They signed the guy from the Steelers, Cameron Sutton, Emmanuel Mosley. They got guys who could play in their system for a year. Good, solid players, but they need someone long-term. They need a young, explosive talent. And in the draft, there are 2 top-tier cornerbacks in Devin Witherspoon, Christian Gonzalez. I find that Devin Witherspoon's more of a physical guy. He's more playing in the slot. He'll get into the box, play a little bit hybrid. Whereas Christian Gonzalez is a true outside lockdown corner. Didn't let up any touchdowns. Just incredible production, incredible length at Oregon. I see them going Witherspoon. Sticking with their physicality, hard-nosed style defense. And they're going to find that in Witherspoon. Next, we have the Raiders. Now, ideally, again, if I wasn't a peasant, they already had made their pick at number 3, picking probably Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, but that's not reality, unfortunately. So they need some serious help on their D-line and their offensive line. Their offensive line was just horrific, just a carousel of doors of players that are just in and out of the lineup. And you have a couple of the top tackles in Johnson, Skoronski, Broderick Jones. Now, the thing about these 3 guys is Skoronski, he has very, very short arms. And he's listed as a tackle. Let's see how long his arms actually are. So his, wow. Interesting. He doesn't even list him as an outside. Dane Bugler doesn't even list him as a tackle. Here we are, Skoronski. His arms are 32 and a quarter. Tiny arms for someone who would like to play tackle, for someone who's listed as a tackle. There's almost no tackles in recent history who have made the Pro Bowl, All-Pro with that kind of physique. His talent's really in his leverage, his technique, his mind for the game. That's really where his skill set is, according to a lot of analysts. But the true number 1 tackle here is Paris Johnson. I think they go there. Or, honestly, you know what we're going to do? Kind of curious what their defensive line situation is. Let's go to the Raiders. Hello. We're going to go to contract. So they have Chandler Jones. He has 2 more years on his, or maybe this is his last year on his deal. I think this is his last year on his deal. Let's go to left tackle. All the way down here. Nope. Wrong people. So right now their left tackle is Colton Miller. He's being paid $18 a year. He's $25 guaranteed. What else do they have there? That's basically their guy. And then they have a bunch of edge rushers: Chandler Jones, Max Crosby. Chandler Jones is probably going to retire in a couple years. So it seems like they're honestly okay at left tackle. He didn't have the greatest production last year, but you're basically sitting at, you have Johnson, Jones, Darnell Wright. Well, let's see what we have on the edge available. You have Nolan Smith. He's not going there. Miles Murphy. Tyree Wilson. I could see them going Tyree Wilson here. Or we could go and look at if there's a quarterback available. And there is. So they don't even have to trade up. They don't even have to trade up. I totally forgot we didn't take a quarterback yet. Will Levis is still on the board. Easy decision. Go take the quarterback of the future. Sit behind Garoppolo for 2 games until Garoppolo gets injured. Will Levis will go and be Josh McDaniels' savior, or he'll lose Josh McDaniels his job. Either of the above. Falcons. They need a quarterback. No quarterbacks on the board available for them at this point in the draft. They really need help on the edge. They could go and take Bijan Robinson, who is he has the odds-on favorite to go in this position to the Falcons. I mean, you could take Bijan Robinson. No one has taken a running back that high since like Saquon Barkley. Bijan Robinson does definitely warrant a top 15 selection, and him going to the Falcons will truly make them one of the more exciting offenses. But in a team building mindset, you're drafting a running back. You are taking that spot, which could be put on a valuable player in a valuable position, like a Tyree Wilson, or you could go Bijan Robinson for 4 or 5 years and then not pay him again, because you're not paying Bijan Robinson after the 5th year. You're not. You might sign him to by the time his 5th year comes around, his 5th year and his 5th year is going to be expensive. His 5th year is definitely going to be expensive, but the franchise tag will be significantly cheaper in 5 years from now, because the running back market will continue to cool. It's expensive, but it's not horrendous. I'm seeing him or Tyree Wilson. I just don't see them. I see them going to Tyree Wilson and just playing smart, getting a running back later, trying to create a full team for Desmond Ridder for the next couple of years. Now the Bears come and go. Oof. They need offensive linemen so badly. They need to protect Justin Fields. They need to make sure their baby's okay. They traded away the number 1 pick in Bryce Young or CJ Stroud so they can keep this guy. Top 3 tackles are still on the board. They're going to go Paris Johnson, get their left tackle for the future. Now the Eagles, again, if I wasn't a peasant, would be trading down from this spot. But they could go a couple of exciting routes here. They could go the Bijan route and be the best team in the world. Imagine a team with Bijan, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith. That is the most disgusting team I have ever seen put together. They could go Peter Skoronski. They can go Broderick Jones, get their Lane Johnson in the future. They can go wide receiver, get some wide receiver help. I don't see it. Or they can get their D-line. If I'm the Eagles over here, I can get wide receiver 30. I'm probably trading down realistically. My biggest needs are definitely on the D-line and on the line for the future. I see them taking... This is really difficult. Do they go... What do you think? Do you think they go O lineman or they go D lineman? Someone opposite to rush the quarterback. A Miles Murphy, Nolan Smith, Lucas Van Ness. I could... Lucas Van Ness is an exciting player. And if they go Nolan Smith, him opposite Son Reddick, just, oh my God, that's a scary duo. And on the D tackle, D line, they have Kalijah Cansey. Get a little bit of a Jason Hargrave replacement. That's what I like. We're going Kalijah Cansey. Getting the replacement for Jason Hargrave. Again, becoming... Actually, can I go back? I don't like that pick. I forgot... I forgot they drafted the dude from Georgia last year. Can we go backwards? Fuck. Okay, we're going to have to go this really quickly. Okay, we're going to put a pause on this draft, actually. And we're going to revisit this soon.